Well, we're headed to visit one of our Advent Serve the World partners called the Ruth Project. A bunch of us on the preaching team and our staff are going to find out more. According to Pastor Bruce, we're doing great ministry, great work.
Vulnerable children in our community exist. Within an hour's drive of Chapelstreet Church is over 15,000 children in the foster system.
If we're serious about making a difference in our community, if the church really wants to move the needle in terms of making a gospel impact in our community, what better place than children who are vulnerable? That's just one of the reasons we're excited to learn about the Ruth Project.
Yes, well, welcome, first of all. So I am Tammy McMahon. I'm the founder and executive director of the Ruth Project. The Ruth Project wants to love and care and give hope to children. So we're pretty much about telling people about the hope of Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that's going to change the trajectory of these children's lives, because 50 to 75% of the parents give up after the first year. And so we want to come alongside them and help them stay the course.
Did I hear you correctly? 50 to 75% of those who say yes to foster care.
Yes, in the first year, they quit in the first year.
Wow.
And families come in and they shop and they get 12 to 15 outfits per child. And that's for their foster, adoptive, and birth children.
I wasn't aware of this, but oftentimes when a child is placed in foster care, they're picked up at school and they leave from school with nothing that they own.
I was trying to imagine kids coming into that store with their foster families or adoptive families, and probably, a lot of them are coming out of situations that have made them feel 100,000 different emotions, and to go into that store and feel like there's a place for them that's fun, that makes them feel special.
James talks about true religion is this, caring for the widows and orphans, and this is literally caring for those who are orphans or were just recently orphans.
It really did challenge the way I view the community. There's so many other needs that are in our midst that we need to meet.
So we just left the storefront boutique. We're on the way to the farm, and after walking away from that, I'm just blown away by how much larger the need for care and support for foster families is than I imagined. It breaks your heart and it makes you think, gosh, how would the Lord have someone like me contribute to his efforts to serve the least of these?
The farm is the pinnacle of our ongoing support, because we needed to be able to have space for families and then for groups of families and for the whole community to come around.
The vision right here for the farm is basically for kids to come to Grandma and Grandpa's farm. They get to play in the dirt, they get to work in the workshop, they get to play with the animals, they get to be kids.
So we take every way we can to tell them about Jesus. And a great way to do that, our animals are specially picked. Our first one that we got is Tella. And that word, you guys probably will be better at this than me, but it is for sheep or lamb, and it's only used once in the Word of God. It's in Isaiah. So it's the blemished lamb. And so it gives us a chance to tell them about that.
This is such a cool and unique place. I really love just seeing all the different things and all the ways that they're just so intentional with loving and caring for the entire families, from just the smallest of details to the meals that they're cooking to the things that they're providing just to help these families in really hard situations.
Hearing Tammy talk about the vision for Ruth Project and what they actually do and provide for families when they come to this place that is set up for them to have fun, to learn, to grow, to see animals.
Well, one of the things that I love about the kind of a synergy between Chapelstreet and the Ruth Project is really wanting to honor and dignify the image bearers who come through the space.
But we need to have the farm finished so that we can have the activities for those families.
I think the farm really is almost a retreat center for the kids, for the families, a space where they can get away, withdraw. The demand, the challenge, the emotional and spiritual weight that caring for these kids, what they've experienced, like these families need to be poured into. These kids need to be poured into, and this gives us a space to be able to do that. They've created space for that exact purpose.